The 2009 National Alumni Association Christian Service Award is presented to Timothy Harris. Timothy Harris earned his bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the University of Dayton in 1979. Since then, his works and service have extended far beyond the realm of engineering. Though he started a successful chemical company, Harris and Ford, in Indianapolis in 1994, Tim is better known for another calling, as a pastor at the Turning Point Family Worship Center in Indianapolis. Tim and his wife Tanya built their worship center in 1997, largely from their own resources, as a way to reach out to people in need. By the time they opened the center, they'd already been in ministry work for 17 years, having founded a Christian youth camp in 1980. Turning Point Family Worship Center now provides Bible studies, worship services, counseling, and a wide range of youth outreach programs. Harris and his wife also founded the TM Youth Development Foundation, providing life skills, counseling, tutoring, and other services. A business partner and MBA classmate, Chris Lamoth, praises his friend and colleague for his long-standing commitment to service. Chris met Tim in graduate school in 1989 when the chemical company and ministries were still just ideas. "I quickly began to realize that Tim was extraordinary," Chris said. "He's one of the most remarkable people I've met in my lifetime." With the Christian Service Award, the National Alumni Association honors individuals who are living out the university's Marinist ideals, and we are proud to bestow this award on Tim Harris.
Truly, I'm honored to be here on this evening. And for me, this was something that was totally unexpected, a pleasant surprise, though. As I was listening and as I went throughout the university today and was escorted by Todd, who took such great care of me, I recounted a lot of things from my past that brought me to where I am today. I'm going to keep this very short because we spoke so much today already, but as it was alluding to, we do have a youth camp where we have up to 800 kids from 29 states plus Canada, and my wife started that back in 1980. We have a K-3 school, and a lot of the individuals who attend our programs are individuals who cannot afford to be there. Individuals who were expulsed from public school, individuals who were in classes that they were deemed as disabled, learning disabilities. And I remember one individual who, after 6 months of being in our program, when we sent her back, she did not go back to learning disability class, but rather she went to the accelerated classes. And that's been the norm of the kids that we work with. Where we are in the 20 acres that we purchased, my wife and I, we were told that 90% of the families there are run by single mothers. And as I was talking today and thinking about what's happened at this campus in my life, most of the individuals here that would speak and that went to University of Dayton could say that they had a well thought out plan, and they could speak to all the reasons why they came to this university. And for me, the story is so much different because my father, he only had an 8th grade education. So he couldn't help me select a university of this caliber. I was not qualified when I left high school, but it was the University of Dayton that got with Wilberforce University, and at that time, they wanted to attract some minorities into the engineering program. And again, I'll say unequivocally that when I left high school, there's no way I could have walked right into this university. But somebody had the foresight, somebody here at the University of Dayton allowed God to inspire them to reach out to individuals who weren't qualified, who didn't have the money. And they formed a program with Wilberforce University at the time that allowed somebody like myself to come in here and get a first-class education to the point that when I graduated from this school, I remember my first day on the job at Diamond Shamrock. They made the statement that we hired 50 engineers, and they said 2 females and 1 black. I didn't have to look around the room to see who was the minority. But one thing for sure, when I got into the real world and began to compete, I can say, like the former speaker, it didn't matter who I was competing with. It didn't matter if they came from an Ivy League school or wherever they came from. The education that I got here and received here at this university, it qualified me to be able to go out and compete in the real world. Again, you know, I wish I could stand up here and say my dad chose it for me. I wish I could say my mom chose it for me, but I can't say that. The only thing I can say is that God opened up a door, and I'm so thankful for him for allowing me to step up on this campus and receive something that I will cherish for life, and that's a degree from the University of Dayton. Go Flyers.